We prepare you for placement. So in your very first year, if you're doing an undergraduate degree, next semester you'll have a topic that will give you all the information you need for applying for your very first placement in your second year. If you're a Master of Teach, I'll meet you next week. And again, you'll have 12 lectures in semester 1 that will prepare you for your very first placement in semester 2. So we go through all of the prereqs that you need, all of the compliance requirements. We have some amazing guest lecturers who come in, leaders in schools, mentor teachers, other students who are a bit further in their degree than you. So there is a lot of opportunity to find out of that. Now, it depends on which placement you're doing. If you're doing your very first placement as a master's student, it's a 25-day placement. 5 days, the first 5 days we call planning days, and then it's a 20-day block. But we'll talk to you about these placements well beforehand, and you'll get all of that information you need. So there's no need to worry about that. In terms of how much choice you have, there's an application process. Again, you have some choice, but it really depends on which schools, and we worked with over 400 sites last year, which schools offer us placements, and then we make decisions about matching you to those placements. The decisions might be based on where you live, but they also might be based on giving you a diversity of placements across your degree. So, for example, if you went to a private Catholic school for your first placement, we would try to make sure you're in a Department for Education, different kind of school setting for your next placement. So we're trying to look at giving you diversity and balance so that you get a wide range of experiences. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Jackie. We have someone with their hand up. Is it Edya?
Amber?
No. Oh, yes, go for it, yes.
I think my question was actually still from the session before. I'm not sure if the hand up just stays up when we kind of got cut off because we had to go out of the rooms. But I had the answer who to talk to, so I think I will speak to the person maybe later or write an email.
Perfect. No problem. Thanks so much. Thank you. Thanks, Leslie. Yes. That is perfect. What about bachelor students? Is that much different? Amber, do you mean in terms of like your placement or? Yep. All right, Jackie, back to you.
Okay.
Are there any differences between bachelors and masters in terms of placement?
Yes, there is a difference, Amber. Thank you for your question. So undergraduate students, you'll be doing 3 placements across your degree. The very first one in your second year is 15 days. And that can take a range of different forms. In your second year, it's 25 days in semester 2, and in your final year, it's a minimum of 40 days in semester 1. So that's undergraduates, and so undergraduates have to do 80 days in total across those 3 placements. If you're a Masters of Teaching student, you do 2 placements, one in your very first year and then your final year placement the following year. And you have to do a minimum of 65 days across those 2 years. So I hope that answers your question, Amber.
Thanks again, Jackie. Yeah, so Trudy, is there a list of elective topics for Sam? Sam just asked who are the best people. Yeah, absolutely. So Sam, send me an email. I will just put my email address in the chat box for you.
I think the thing, Sam, is when he's talking about the electives, Shaylee, he's referring, I think, to the choices of the minor. So that's your science, expressive arts, health and PE, or languages. So really is this idea that usually the most popular one is health and PE, but many people don't like those sorts of activities. Everyone's going to do a topic in how to teach health and PE in the primary school. But not everyone wants to specialise in it for another 4 topics or a series of 4 topics. So there is expressive arts, there are languages, and science would be the default, which complements the STEM compulsory minor really nicely. So just let us know, Sam, and we can talk you through or direct you to the topic coordinators of those first year topics.
Thanks so much, Trudy. So Emma's just asked, do we get all the information on what needs to be completed prior to the placements? Yes, yes. So you'll have topics about your placement, which Jackie runs. Jackie, do you want to add anything to that?
Just as I said before, don't worry, because we have topics that prepare you for placement. Before you go on placement, you do a series of lectures, and across those lectures, you find out everything you need to know before you actually go into a school. So you're very well supported in that. And that's a little bit further down the track for you, Amber. So we will get to that.
Thanks so much, Jackie. Yeah, look, there's no need to be worried about any of these aspects of your life here at Flinders. You will get told what you need to do before you need that information. So no need to panic. Jasmine's just asked, how can we find out which topics or classes are online, which are on campus? Great question. So all of your flow sites should have been opened today. So on each of your topics flow sites, it will state whether your classes are online or on campus. Yeah, are there any other questions before we close this session? Just give you a couple
I
more
think,
minutes.
Shaylee, just on that, Shaylee, just that bit about online or on campus, just this idea that go and have a look at your flow site, but all of our topics are accredited to be face-to-face.
Yes.
So that's the default, but we recognise that in the times that we live in, there are some arrangements being made by your first year topic coordinators to ease you into your studies given the COVID situation. So Shaylee's right, go to your topics flow page and go from there, because each topic is doing a slightly different arrangement.
Yes. Hannah, in terms of your question, is there anywhere on campus? I'm not aware of anywhere on campus that does secondhand textbooks. However, there are unofficial Facebook pages for Flinders that you can go on. I would maybe start with Overheard at Flinders on Facebook and start asking there. All right, Trudy, is there anything else you want to add before we close?
Just one last thing, I'd like to thank you and the staff and the students for attending today. It's been absolutely fabulous to hear about all the different things that are going on in your lives as well as what's happening at the university. So thank you everyone for a great session. With the textbooks, just remember that not all topics have textbooks. So start with the library list. Often you can access everything you need for free through the library. So don't feel as though you have to go and buy lots of textbooks. Some topics, yes, go check your flow site. Thank you, Shaylee. You've done a wonderful job hosting. Thank you, staff. Thank you, students. See you around.
Thanks, everyone. See you soon. Bye.